All right, so we're getting some stuff together here for our budget 1600 build. Putting some rings on. Doing the top ring now. I got all the other rings on. I'll always read the instructions on the ring. Always locate the openings away from the wrist pin. Make sure the ring rotates good once you get it on there. It's free. I'll put some oil on those in a little bit. The top ring actually says top on it. It's got a bevel and the bevel goes up. So you might take the rings off your piston and they might have no bevel. So you know, be sure to read your instructions very carefully. Top, they're marked sort of faintly. It's an old ring set, so I've had it in stock for a while. Don't usually do the re-ring thing, but we're going to build a budget motor here. A couple guys wanted me to do that. Obviously there's guys on budgets. Some guys just want to freshen their motor up, and this is a key example of how to do that. So we're putting a gasket kit in this, set of rings, bearings, just the basic stuff. Gonna hone some cylinders, and I expect this to run pretty damn well. You know, this is a typical rebuild. A lot of times the components aren't in good enough shape to do this kind of rebuild. I have a lot of stuff to pick from, so it's easy for me to come up with stuff to rebuild a motor. We got some reground lifters here. These are used but reground, refaced, reground cam, used piston cylinders with new rings. We're gonna new bearings, new mains, rods. We got our crank built over here. We went ahead and put the bushings in the rods, rebuilt the rods. Got new bearings going on there. And then we have our case over here, which is in really good shape. Washed this up really good and took it over to the machine shop and had some inserts put in the studs. So now we have the inserts in the case. This is a 10mm stud case. It's AS41, and this thing should run pretty decent. We're going to go ahead and just make a bone stock 1600 dual port. I got some heads soaking in the cleaner out there. We'll get those blasted up and go ahead and do a valve job, and I'll do the valve job start to finish. Well, the first part's obviously cleaning the cylinder heads. That's in the process we're at now, is cleaning our heads. I broke down all the cores I had. I have 5 heads for some reason. The one matching set to the other 5 is this one. This is why I tell you to beware when you buy a rebuilt head. This head was rebuilt, welded up. You can see the combustion chamber is not quite the same shape. Big chunk of weld right here in the exhaust area, and if you look down in the intake ports, they look all chiseled out. These seats are also sinking that they installed. You can feel you know, a lip here, and that's never good. When the exhaust seat starts sinking into the head, it usually doesn't stop. So that's why we didn't use this head. We got that over in the scrap pile there. And we got these babies soaking up in the mud. We'll let those soak for a little while. Rinse them off, throw some guides in them. We'll do the guides after we blast them. Throw some guides in there, valve job them, and that should give us all our components to assemble the motor. I like to build everything in pieces. Got our crank ready to drop in. Got a cam ready to drop in. We got some lifters ready. We got our new rings on our piston cylinders, our pistons. We're going to hone some cylinders here after lunch. And then we'll start building the case ass. We'll put our cam bearings in, oil pump, etc., etc. And I'll take you guys along for that in part 2. It's just an oversight of what we're using. So that's where we're at. We got a good used case, put inserts in it. The case is nice. The bore was good. They cleaned it up. Checked the line bore on it for me there. We're standard and looking good. And you know, I had the cam reground there, and new set of rings. So this is going to be sort of a budget rebuild, you know, trying to keep it cheap, keep it on the cheap. So a little bit of blue sky today, a little nicer. Little clouds over there. Been sort of rainy here the last couple of days. And that's why ain't nothing been going on. It's a lot of rain. Got some people by the house next door. So that's always good. Got some new neighbors coming in, and you guys are Volkswagen fans, so that should work out good. So looking forward to that. Maybe a neighbor to pit around in the shop with. Waiting on a quarter panel for the Cougaran. So yeah, got some hideous stuff going on this side. Wanted to know if I could patch it, and I said no. Needs a quarter over here. Gonna patch the other side though, and replace this side. So probably gonna need an outer wheelhouse, I'm pretty sure, and that quarter panel, we'll wait and see what we get, and go from there. Probably start doing some body work on this, but I just figured I'd go ahead and throw this motor together real quick and get it out of the way. I got one more to do after this one more rebuild. So we'll bring that in after we get this one assembled in long block form, and we'll put that one together, and that'll give us 2 rebuilt long blocks to put on the shelf. So summertime's coming. The heat usually gets to these, so. So you guys take it easy, and we'll talk to you in a little bit. Yeah, second day of summer, got the kids. So they're stir crazy already. Holly swam in the pool 3 or 4 times yesterday, and Hans and Haley are like, what are we doing next? So Hans is going to New Orleans Sunday, so he'll fly out and do that. And it'll be just me and the girls. So we'll see how that goes. We're gonna have to start doing some summer activities, you know, park stuff, beach, stuff like that, because they're gonna go crazy sitting around here, I think. So we'll see how that goes. Andrea's out selling a house or a car or something. I forget what she's doing this morning. But yeah, so. All right, guys, let me click this off, give you a little update there, and we'll see you in a little bit for the assembly.